it going, Top Forest TV? My name is Jack, and welcome to my preview for the Millwall game taking place at City Ground on Saturday. So Steve Cooper's first game in charge. Hopefully it's a really, really good atmosphere. It's going to probably be the polar opposite to what we experienced last time at the City Ground in that 2-0 loss to Middlesbrough. I was there. It was horrendous atmosphere. The fans were leaving well before the full-time whistle. There was real animosity amongst the crowd, but hopefully this time it's going to be a real sense of a new era, a new dawn at the club, and the fans are really going to be up for it and really going to be wanting to get behind the boys, get behind the manager, and it could be a really interesting game. Millwall are not a bad side, currently signed 17th. I don't think they're yet to win a game. They've had a good number of draws, they're doing okay. They're a team that Guy Rowett's got set up nicely. They're a team that season we almost got in the playoffs. They almost got in the playoffs. But I think they're sort of that team at the minute. They're not really going to go down. I don't think they're going to pull up too many trees. They'll probably finish somewhere about the sort of position they're in at the minute. Guy Rowett's got the team playing well, quite solid. They've got a really decent squad there, some good outstanding players, or not outstanding, but outstanding from the bunch, I guess you could say, in Jed Wallace, in Jake Cooper. Sorry, my hands away there. But they've got some players who are decent championship level players who could maybe get a move elsewhere. But they're a good side. They're sort of one of those teams that they set up quite well. They did really well against us the game before COVID. They played off the park. Matt Smith is someone that we've got to look out for as Forest fans. We always struggle against that sort of player. Kiefer Moore, who was a real example against Cardiff. So it's not going to be an easy game by any stretch of imagination. And obviously we haven't done very well at all this season, only picking up one win and one draw. But I feel confident. I don't know why. I think the appointment of Cooper's brought a new lease of life to the squad. You just look at the way that they played under Stephen Reid. You'd be expecting Cooper to give them a bit more freedom than Houghton did. Let the shackles loose on the players. Let them sort of have the opportunity to express themselves, progress the ball forward, actually go forward rather than having to sit back. Obviously, Cooper likes to play that three at the back sort of formation, and I think we've got really got the personnel for it. I think the back five. You look at Spence, Worrell, Figueiredo, McKenna, Lowe. I think that's one of the best back fives in the Championship, really. On paper, it's a really, really good back five. I wouldn't say it is the best, but I'd put it maybe in the top six, potentially. It might be a bit high, but to have three centre-backs like that they should really be first choice. To be able to play in a back three together is really good, and it's it could be really exciting. I think you look at the two centre mids. It's going to be. I'd suspect him to probably play 3-4-3, but you look at the two centre mids. You got to give Jimmy Garner the start. He's been captain of Steve Cooper youth England team, so he knows what he's like. He knows what he's going to get from him. But to go alongside him, you probably would put Yates in there, but a lot of the Forest fan base don't like him. I even saw people saying he's probably League One quality, which I think is a bit harsh. I like Yates in terms of his passion. He loves the badge. He plays for the badge. He does get himself in decent positions going forward. Just a shame he's got a 50p head. But no, I think I don't know. It's an interesting one. He offers them maybe a bit more defensive covered than a James Garner. So you have one sort of midfielder going forward and one sort of sitting a little bit deeper, I suppose. Would Yates be the kind of guy to do that? I'd expect it probably would be him, but I know there'll be a lot of Forest fans who won't be happy with that. But I think in this current situation, it's got to be him. And the front three for me. Again, one of the best front threes in the league on their day. Philip Zinkernagel, he's probably too good for us, to be honest. Brennan Johnson and Lewis Graben. I think decent front three, decent side. And in the right hands, which I think Steve Cooper is the right hands, we could really see drastic improvements. I wouldn't be against the idea of Forest probably finishing in the top 10 now this season. And it was a lot of doom and gloom. A lot of fans were. I mean, I was saying it myself, but I was probably being a bit in a joking sort of fashion of saying that we're going to go down. I kind of always believe we would be okay. But now with Cooper in charge, I think we'll be absolutely fine, and I wouldn't be surprised if we do see ourselves up in the top 10, because this sort of squad managed by the right hands, it could be, definitely top 10, maybe even top 6. I don't know if we'll be able to get a top 6 now, given the way that the season started for us. But top 10, I could definitely see us getting, and I could see us really, making a good start on to next season. But no, I think, like I say, managed by the right manager, in the right hands, the right system for these players, I don't see why we can't do well. In terms of this game, I think I'm confident. I'm going to go with a 2-0 Forest win. I'm going to go 2-0 Forest win. Another 2-0 off the back of that Huddersfield win. I'm confident. I'm feeling really confident. I think if they're given that ability to be a bit more free, they might play a little bit better in terms of they're not held back like they were under Houghton. They're more expressive. They'll put that little bit more in because they know that they've got a manager who lets them do that now. They've been wanting to do that for so long that now they can do it. They might be a bit more expressive and try a few more things. And I think it'll be 2-0 for us. I think the goals will come from, I'm going to say, Zinkernagel and Garner. I'll say Zinkernagel and Garner. Hopefully Garner has a new lease of life under Cooper, because the few games he played under Houghton, he was really anonymous for the most part. He didn't really do too much. So hopefully, he's with a manager who's worked with him before, knows what he can do, and I think that could be really important. Again with Myton in the youth systems in England. I'm not sure if he's worked with Johnson before. I don't know. I know obviously Johnson's declared for Wales now, but I'm not sure if he was part of any of the England youth setups. I know Ryan Giggs played for England's schoolboys and stuff like that, so he could have done. But I know some of the youngsters in the squad who've been through the England setup. Not sure if Worrell has, or whether Cooper came in after Worrell had sort of moved on. I'm not sure. But a manager who wants his teams to be a bit more progressive, from what we've heard, play exciting football. It could be a really exciting time, and it could be a really good 2-0 win to set things off with. So like I always say, let us know down below in the comment section who you think will start, what you expect the score to be, who you think might score. And I'm going to go 2-0 Forest, goals going from Garner and Zinkernagel. So if you did enjoy, smash the like button, subscribe if you are new around here. Come on, you Reds.